My name is Judy Davis Carroll, and I'm a 1981 graduate of Frederick Douglass High School. Today, I was asked to share with you the importance of STEM, math and science and technology. Good
morning. My name is Malaysia Mitchell and Akira Ridley, and I'm in the 6th grade, and I'm in 8th, and here at Harper-Archer Middle School. The Douglass Cluster has decided that STEM will be the signature program for all of the Douglass Cluster schools. STEM is an acronym for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. In the past years, Frederick Douglass High School has been one of the schools to provide a large number of African American engineers. As a fellow alum of Frederick Douglass High School and being an engineer yourself, can you tell me how this signature program STEM will benefit future astronauts like me?
Well, I think the STEM program would really prepare you for what you actually have to do in technology, in the areas of engineering, even in insurance when you're becoming an actuarian, and solving the problems of the future for dealing with computers, for planning, for doing things such as NASA or becoming a medical physician. So a lot of those things you're going to need the math, the science, and the technology, and the engineering skills in order to accomplish those things.
How did Frederick Douglass High School help prepare you to become an engineer?
Well, Frederick Douglass High School, at the time that I was there, exposed me to engineering. They had a program called Minorities in Engineering, and took that when I was in the 10th grade, and exposed me to engineers being more than people who directed trains, that a lot of the fields that engineering was available. So with that, when I decided to go to college, I decided to major in engineering. And because I had that exposure, I felt I was a little bit ahead of everybody else when I went to college. In fact, for the courses that I took my first year of college, actually more of review courses for myself, because all of the information that I had seen in college, taking, I guess, the advanced placement courses in science and English. And I was amazed when I compared what I did to some of my others, I guess the alumnus, how well we were prepared when we went off to college that first year.
When I entered Douglass High School in the 8th grade, I arrived with a set of skills in math and science because I had learned the basics which were necessary to be successful in high school. Because of that, I was placed in an advanced math class. And that was the beginning of my journey, that I realized how much I loved math and science. Our teachers challenged us. There were a group of 30 of us, I believe, that were assigned to algebra. And during that time, we all worked hard. We had great competition with each other. In addition to that, the next year they added science to the curriculum. But because of the efforts of my teachers, the dynamics that were in the class, and our counselors were charged with making sure that we had wonderful experiences.
How long have you been an engineer?
I've been an engineer for about 25, 30 years.
What does your job entail?
Well, I've had actually several different jobs while I do engineering. My degree was in industrial engineering. And when I started working, I originally worked at Lockheed in Marietta, Georgia. And we worked on what's called the C5 program. The C5 program was building one of the largest planes in the military. And what I did was I looked to how to make the operation more efficient, how to improve it, how to get better tools, how to make tooling improvements, as well as making the workflow more efficient. From there, I went to Boeing Aircraft Company and did basically a lot of the same things, a little bit more detailed, hands-on, as far as developing and designing tools for them to use when they were planning on building the plane. I changed the workflow extremely. We went from a regular or old-fashioned workflow to what was a just-in-time system where we were pulling out parts from where we were coming in. From there, I actually taught math for a few years. So the education that I had in math, I went back and looked at what my teachers had taught and how they did their teaching. So I relied on some of my engineering experience and what I learned in school. Right now, I'm working for the City of Atlanta as a management analyst. And what I'm doing is I'm collecting data, analyzing it, telling where manpower should be, what type of tools we should buy, where we should spend money in this place, and addressing the problems that we have that come up on a daily basis.
Do you feel like this approach will help prepare students for careers in college?
I believe you'll be ahead and you'll be able to embrace all the opportunities immediately.
I think this would be an excellent approach because, as I said earlier, you will be ahead of a lot of the students that go off to college. You will have a better understanding of engineering, calculus, and math, how to apply these particular formulas, how to apply them in science when you're taking physics, English, even as far as writing papers, doing research papers and things like that. You will be better prepared, you will know what needs to be done, you won't be figuring it out as some of the other students. So I think that this particular program with the science, technology, engineering, and math will extremely prepare you for college and the things that you plan on doing.
So I would encourage the students here at Harper-Archer to begin to think about what you may want to do in the future so that you can prepare yourself, because there's so many avenues. Once you get to Douglass, there's so many different opportunities, whether you want to be a math teacher, which we have several people who graduated from Douglass and who are back at Douglass and they're teaching and they're following their passion, which was math. Or you can become a doctor, a lawyer, a patent attorney, a judge. There's so many things that you can do, and by being exposed to it here at Harper-Archer, that just opens you to even more possibility.
Is there anything else you would like to share for our viewers?
I enjoyed doing math when I was in school. I enjoyed, I guess, the whole learning experience, but it's one of the things that you don't really appreciate until you're actually in college and you're actually working on your job. And you start to look and you say, I saw this back when I was in high school. I never thought I would have to use it. One of the things, like, I'm not sure if you're taking classes when you start to take algebra, everybody's looking at, when will I ever use algebra? Well, those are algebra problems that I actually have to use every day, and I have to solve word problems every day. And so instead of me being apprehensive about doing that, I look as I've been trained to do it, and I can apply the skills and things that I actually learned back when I was in high school to the things that I'm doing today. In fact, I sat down probably a few months ago and did the equation of a line for solving a particular program, trying to see what the trend was in some data that I was looking at. So I learned that, I think, probably when I was in about the 8th or 9th grade. So those are the things that you learn right now that you're thinking, when will I ever use this? You will really use this for the rest of your life if you're in that path of going engineering or science. If you're studying medicine, you're going to use all these things come back.
Way the world is moving, you want to, at a minimum, be able to be a great math, science, and English student, because you want to be able to add your money, be able to read your contracts so you can know how much money you'll be making. And then you also want to be able to communicate well. So I think for students, while you're here, you definitely want to arrive in high school on target so that you can experience all of the things that I mentioned. It positions you for wonderful opportunities, for whether it's a summer job, whether it's a summer internship, an experience of a lifetime.
I'd like to say thanks for taking time out of your very busy schedule to stop by the Harper-Archer Middle School. We appreciate all that you have done to set the tone for the future Astros to come.